Okay, just a moment. So at the conclusion of the discussion, Professor Shen Qirong warmly invited Professor Deming Li and her team to visit Yixing, Jiangsu province to observe the practical application of his research in agriculture, science, and technology. This visit provided a valuable opportunity for learning and exchange. It also served as a platform for both sides to explore potential further cooperation and opportunities. So now you can see that in the new year. Mr. Joseph, please keep your mobile phone muted. So you can see that in the new year, the cooperation between Greenwood and Nanjing Agricultural University has actually strengthened. So this is another event. So the next event is the signing ceremony between Greenwood and Nanjing Agricultural University. On January 25th, Nanjing Agriculture University and Greenwood International Group signed a key scientific research cooperation agreement aimed at improving the germination rate of coffee seeds and enhancing the survival rate of coffee cuttings. The goal is to identify and cultivate the high yield coffee varieties that are well suited to local growing conditions in Africa, promoting the growth and prosperity of the continent's coffee industry. So last year, Professor Deming Li and Professor Jason Zhang, they visit different farms in Africa, and they see the plantation of coffee. So they decided to do more profound scientific research to promote the growth of the coffee plantation. Okay, additionally, Greenwood plans to establish a coffee seed station in Uganda, offering high quality, high yield coffee seeds and advanced coffee planting techniques to other coffee growing countries in the Africa uh, equatorial regions. So in those equatorial regions, we are going to promote the growth of the coffee plantation. To ensure the success of the project, Professor Deming Li has been appointed as a part-time professor at Nanjing Agricultural University. At Nanjing Agricultural University and an off-campus graduate advisor for the project. So she will personally mentor two graduate students and be actively involved in all stages of the project to ensure that the research meets both scientific and practical standards. So this is what happens between Greenwood and Nanjing Agricultural University. Okay, and the next event is the cooperation between Greenwood, Nanjing Agriculture University, and local Chinese government, the three parties cooperation. On the afternoon of February 17th, a meeting was held at the Academic Exchange Center of Nanjing Agricultural University, attended by Professor Deming Li on behalf of Greenwood, Professor Shen Qirong, president of Nanjing Agricultural University, and representatives of the Xuanwu District government of Nanjing. The Chinese government is facilitating a partnership between Greenwood and Nanjing Agricultural University by offering favorable policies and support. Greenwood will present its need while Nanjing Agricultural University will assist in finding solutions through scientific research and studies. The result will be tested and transformed into products by Greenwood. So the three parties have reached a consensus that this tripartite collaboration will serve as the primary method of communication in the near future. Greenwood International Group, as an innovator in the health and wealth wellness industry is accelerating its strategic transition into a technology-driven enterprise by integrating academic research resources and government industrial ecosystems. So this is a cooperation in between the three parties. Now, I would like to invite you to watch a video about this. So I'm going to stop sharing the PPT and invite you to watch a video. All right, so this is what happened in between Nanjing, in between Greenwood, Nanjing Agriculture University, and the local government. Now I'm going to continue share my presentation. All right. Now let's move from the Nanjing production base to what happens in the overseas companies. So what you see here is a visit by Madame Jenna Lee in Spain branch. We have a new branch office in Spain, in Europe. So actually, this is on the New Year's Day. Miss Jenna Lee, General Manager of Greenwood Lishui Biotechnological Corporation Limited. Actually, that is the Nanjing production base. Visit the Greenwood Spain branch together with her partners at the Spain branch. Miss Jenna Lee celebrated the upcoming new year of 2025, exchanging hopes and aspirations for the year ahead. Currently pursuing advanced studies in nutrition at Cornell University, Miss Jenna Lee integrates the cutting-edge knowledge with practical research, emphasizing the critical importance of food safety. So during her visit, Ms. Jenna Lee generously shared latest updates and insights, presenting advanced theories and practices in nutrition learned from the Cornell University. So this is her visit in Spain. Now let's come to Africa region. In Uganda, the Uganda branch held a New Year sports event on January 1st, the New Year's Day. Greenwood Uganda branch participated in and co-organized the New Year sports event held in Kalongo, located in central Uganda. The event was chaired by His Honorable Vincent Sipinja, the senior advisor to the President of Uganda and former Minister of Defense. Mr. Isaac Ren, the General Manager of Uganda branch, also attended the event and expressed his New Year greetings to all the guests. He emphasized that sports not only promote physical well-being, but also encourage the interpersonal connections and the teamwork. So expressed his hope that the event should serve as a platform for joy and unity among all the participants. The event featured thrilling matches, including the men's football and women's basketball, which captivated the audience. The athletes give their best, showcasing exceptional performance and teamwork. The enthusiastic spectators cheered loudly. All the audience enjoyed this, creating a vibrant and energetic atmosphere. So this is what happened in Uganda. Now let's move to West African countries. This is what happened in Calabar, Nigeria. On January 11th, 2025, Greenwood Nigeria branch award conference was grandly held at the Ibadan City Center with over 2,000 distributors in attendance. Distinguished guests included the wife of the director of the Civil Defense Bureau, Mr. Budiman, Training and Education Director for Greenwood's Africa region, Mr. Jake Tang, General Manager of the Greenwood Nigeria Lagos branch, and senior distributor leaders, Madame Francis Ngozi. They all attend this great event. So at the conference, a total of 13 car awards and 22 international tour awards were presented. As Greenwood's business continues to grow steadily, more successful distributors will be recognized and rewarded. Okay, so this is what happens. So you can see that of leaders and distributors, they enjoyed the great event, and many good performers actually they got recognition and also their different levels of awards. So you can see that 13 Cars Awards and 22 International Tour Awards went to outstanding performers. Then the last but definitely not the least piece of news is that Greenwood Kenya branch recently launches its first 2025 tour training by Mr. Budiman, the training director of Africa region. He and Mr. William Su, they visit dozens of specialty stores in cities. Now I'm asking where they are. He just told me that they have finished the training in Mirgori, Homa Bay, and now they're in Kisumu. So Mr. William Su, General Manager of Kenya, is accompanying Mr. Budiman on visits to more markets, including Siaya, Bungoma, Kericho, Nakuru, Mombasa, and Malindi. And at the conclusion of the training, a leadership camp will be held in Nairobi. We hope that more consumers and prospects and distributors and leaders will gain valuable insights from this training. So this is what actually has occurred in January and February. So the number 12 piece of news I didn't put is because that I'm still collecting the pictures and the videos. So next month in Latin America, great event is going to happen that they are going to celebrate the Blueberry Festival. So actually, Latin America, actually, they're close to United States. They enjoy the blueberry, and blueberry products is how to say, the product series actually has centered by the blueberry products. So they have all different kind of blueberry products. So they're going to celebrate the blueberry festival. So very soon we're going to receive the beautiful photos and videos from Latin America. So this is what happened in Greenwood recently. Now what I'm going to share with you is about Dr. Deming Li, Professor Deming Li herself. Uh, you're going to know how she spent her Spring Festival. So actually, let me give you some idea about the Chinese Spring Festival. You know, Chinese Spring Festival is based on the lunar calendar. So it's not actually the first of each year. Each January is going to be the New Year's Day. Actually, according to the lunar calendar, normally the Chinese Spring Festival or the Spring Festival Eve falls in some day of January, or sometimes even a certain day in February. So that take place, the Chinese New Year Eve took place in that day. And after that, we're going to celebrate 15 days of the New Year holidays. So each day we mark, this is the first day of the Chinese New Year, the second day of the Chinese New Year. Actually, let me start, open my slideshow. So you're going to see more. Okay, I'm going to start sharing my screen. So you're going to have a very clear idea what about the Chinese Spring Festival and how of Professor Deming Li spent her Spring Festival holiday. Now, can you see my screen? Please let me know.
Yes, we can see it, Madam Rain.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Eric Tava. How are you? How are you? Okay, now this is a typical Chinese New Year's atmosphere. Red color, red, orange, and lanterns, dragon downs, dumplings, family getting together is the essence of the Chinese Spring Festival. So Spring Festival, according to lunar calendar of China, this is a time for reunion of the families and friends to enhance close ties. So we celebrate, we eat together, we exchange greetings, we visit others. Chinese Spring Festival holiday is similar to that of Christmas season in Western world. So during the Christmas season, I know that most of you go back to your villages, to your hometown, and have get together with your families. So the Spring Festival, according to the lunar calendar in China, is a time for families and friends to reunite and strengthen their bonds. So during this celebration, people, we get together to share meals, exchange well wishes, and visit one another. The holiday season of the Chinese Spring Festival is very similar to Christmas season in Western cultures, fostering a spirit of togetherness and warmth. During the Spring Festival of 2025, Professor Deming Li, president of Greenwood, extended the company's love and support to distributors and individuals in need across the China region. So what I'm going to present is her journey throughout the Chinese Spring Festival. So on the fifth day, of the Chinese New Year, Professor Deming Li, accompanied by Mr. Liu Shaobo, this gentleman, let me put it, this one, the tall one, he's the president of China region. So accompanied by Mr. Liu Shaobo, the president of Greenwood China region, began their journey visiting the distributors across China. The first city they visited was Haikou, located in Hainan province, the southernmost province of China. After this, I'm going to give you a map of China to show you how far that place is. Actually, that place is over 2,000 kilometers away from Beijing. Now, I put Beijing as the center. Beijing is the capital city. So I put it as a center. So each cities, I'm going to tell you how far away it is from Beijing. So you get an idea how far Professor Deming Li has traveled. So the first city is Haikou in Hainan province. This is the most southern province of China, which is 2,000 kilometers away from Beijing. So while northern China is still covered in snow and ice, Haikou is already basking in sunshine and warmth. Haikou is in Hainan province, 2,000 kilometers away from Beijing. So distributors warmly welcomed Professor Deming Li at the airport, expressed their gratitude to Greenwood. They also performed a song themed around blueberry, actually they had their own song, themed at the blueberry to recognize and praise Greenwood's blueberry products. Distributors are touched by Professor Deming Li for she sacrificed the holiday time with her family to be with distributors. So the way she spent her Spring Festival holiday interprets the care from Greenwood. So distributors were deeply touched by Professor Deming Li, who actually spent her holiday with of distributors. This shows the commitment that Greenwood shows to its distributors. So you can see that the distributors are enjoying having the party and the meeting with Dr. Deming Li. After that, the place Professor Deming Li visit is Greenwood's Healthy Living Experience Shop located in Nanning. Now, actually, after that, they flew all the way from Haikou to Nanning. Nanning is in Guangxi Zhuang autonomous region because there are a lot of ethnic groups reside there. Then Dr. Deming Li visit Greenwood Healthy Living Experience Shop. Now, what you can see is this is the logo, and they also have Blueberry Bonbon franchise shop in the same location. So actually, this is what you can see is a specialty shop plus Blueberry Bonbon, bakery franchise. Then, the distributors welcomed Dr. Deming Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo. The leader organized a group discussion with Professor Deming Li in terms of marketing strategies and the needs from the distributors and consumers. Professor Li emphasized on this year's priorities. Do you still remember this year's priorities? The food safety and intensive cooperation between Nanjing Agriculture University and the local Chinese government. So the leaders and distributors were touched by the care sent by the president of Greenwood. So this is the photos they took when they had the meeting and group discussion. So this is in Nanning, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region. After that, Dr. Deming Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo flew. This is on the 6 days of Chinese Spring Festival. So actually, each day they visit one place. Then on the 6 days of the Chinese Spring Festival, Professor Deming Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo flew. This is the Nanning cities, which is 1,900 kilometers away from Beijing by air. So the next place they visit is Taiyuan in Shanxi province. So in Shanxi province, on the seventh day of the Chinese New Year Day, Professor Deming Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo flew from Nanning to Taiyuan in Shanxi province. Taiyuan is actually in the north of China. Well, in Hainan, the weather is very warm and sunny. In Taiyuan, the temperature went to -12. That is below zero, -12 degrees Celsius. So amidst the chilly winter, Professor Deming Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo, they brought the warmth to the hearts of Green World distributors. They discussed the strategies for marketing both the products and the services, agreeing that Green World distributors are not just selling products, but promoting a healthier lifestyle through nutritional food. Distributors in northern China are now poised for a more prosperous year ahead. So this is what you see. The photos they took about the meeting, about the group discussion, and they're getting together. This is in Taiyuan, Shanxi province. Now from Taiyuan, they flew to Shijiazhuang, which is in Hebei province. This is on the 8th day of the Chinese New Year. Professor Deming Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo flew from Taiyuan to Shijiazhuang, the provincial capital of Hebei province. Professor Deming Li, along with distributors from Hebei province, renewed they reviewed the achievement they have achieved in year 2024 and discussed the strategies to increase the market share in 2025. During the meeting, Professor Lee also addressed questions raised by the distributors. So distributors asked questions concerning the product quality, concerning the marketing strategies, concerning the production base. So they had a group discussion on all these important issues. So on the ninth day of the Chinese New Year, Professor Deming Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo flew from Shijiazhuang to Shenyang, the provincial capital of Liaoning province. This is already in the North China. So upon arriving in this northern China city, the temperature actually had dropped to a chilling -24 degrees Celsius. So I think, a lot of African distributors, you never know about this kind of weather. The temperature could be -24 degrees Celsius. On that chilly morning, the distributors' representatives stood outside the airport holding the bouquets in their hands. Their face and hands reddened from the biting cold as they waited for Professor Deming Li to arrive in the morning. Dr. Deming Li had an in-depth conversation with the distributors. She not only provided a detailed introduction to the future development plans and market potential of the company, but also showcased Greenworld's latest achievement in production innovation. Currently, of research on blueberry products has expanded to the molecular level, and the research team is working on developing blueberry probiotics with the goal of creating new functional food that offer specific health benefits. Additionally, this year, we launched the small snack big health product service, which not only enriches our products line, but also deepens our commitment to promoting health. So year 2025, actually we are focusing on two priorities. Number one is the food safety year. Number two, we actually advocate the small snack and big health in Latin America region and also in China region. In Africa region, Mr. David L. John initiated the Youth Year for 2025. So actually, we are going to integrate his idea of Youth Year into the small snack and big health. So actually, we have already designed 18 different health topics based on this idea. So actually, they are related to the health concerns for the young generation. So each month we are going to present two topics based on this, the youth year. And we're going to invite of young presenters to present those topics. So pay attention to the future Friday Zoom meeting. Next month, we are going to invite Madame Ernia from Mozambique branch to present two health topics based on this year of use. So the first topic is going to be alert that certain diseases could begin at early adulthood. The second topic is about the traps on the traps of unhealthy snacks. So we're going to tell you which snacks are healthy and which snacks are unhealthy. So please follow us. You're going to watch all this presentation. So from Shijiazhuang, they flew to Bottle, which is in the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. So this is a very, very special place. You know that the north bordering North China, there's a Mongolia, but actually in between Mongolia and China, there's an Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. A special ethnic groups reside there. So on the 10th day of the Chinese New Year, Professor Demi Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo, they left the hotel for the airport at 4 a.m. In the morning, in a very chilling winter morning. They flew from actually, they flew from Shenyang to Bautu, a city in Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. So the distributors in Bautu had already been waiting at the airport early, and they were dressed in traditional costumes. So now what you see is they're in their traditional costumes, holding the blue hadas. This is a big piece of ribbon in blue color, with bright smiles on their face. When Dr. Deming Li and her team walked out of the airport, they were warmly greeted by this lively scene, which made them feel a sense of warmth inside. So the distributors gently tied the hada around the necks of the chairman and Mr. Liu Shaobo, using the highest level of Mongolian greeting customers to express their sincere welcome and respect for the most honored guest. After the meeting, the distributors invite Professor Demi Li and Mr. Liu Shaobo to experience an authentic whole roasted lamb feast. Now they actually this ethnic group is Nomad. Actually, they are very similar to Maasai people in Kenya. So they keep their cattle and they move to different places, finding the best water resource and the best grass to grease their cattle. So actually, they don't stay in one place. So they move from place to place. That's why we said they're nomadic group. And then when they arrive a place that they feel it is good for their sheep and good for their cattle, so actually they build a very huge tent. So now you can see that they are actually in a tent. The tent is very well built and decorated inside. So actually they roast a whole lamb. We call it the whole lamb feast. So this is in Mongolian in Mongolian tent. This is a very ancient style of dinner that honored the most distinguished guest. So Dr. Deming Li was invited to the seat of honor. So food in Mongolian style was served and traditional singing and dance performed to honor the guest. So actually, they have a very interesting ritual. They pour the wine in a big bowl and hold the wine and sing to the guest. So after they sing, they present the bowl of wine in front of you, and you must finish all the wine to to return your respect to the Mongolian people. After you finish the wine, it means that you accept all the warmth, all the welcome they presented to you. So this is a very interesting ritual. We all know this. And after you drink the wine, so actually you start cutting the roast lamb and start enjoying the dinner. So after this, people keep on singing and dancing, and they invited Dr. Deming to join their dancing. So actually, they dance all around this huge tent. So this is a very interesting meeting in Baotou. And after that, Dr. Deming flew all the way to Beijing, uh, the capital city of China. So this is the final destination of her visiting in China markets. They spent a productive afternoon with the key leaders and distributors from one of the most important markets in China. So the gathering was a dynamic exchange of ideas, with Professor Li outlining the strategies and plans for 2025. In turn, the distributors shared their insights and expressed their need. So this meeting in Beijing marks the conclusions of Professor Li's journey during the Spring Festival. Now I'm going to show you how many cities that Dr. Deming Li has traveled, from Haikou, Hainan Province to Nanning, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, to Taiyuan in Shanxi Province, to Shijiazhuang in Hebei Province, to Shenyang in Liaoning Province, to Baotou in Inner Mongolian Autonomous Region, and then finally to Beijing. And how far she has traveled. From this slide, you can see this is the map of China. Let me move this. So you can see this is Beijing. We put a star here. This is Beijing, and this is Tianjin, where I am, and this is Nanjing, which is 1,000 kilometers away from Beijing. So she actually has traveled over 2,000 kilometers all the way from to Hainan. Hainan is here. Let me move this. Hainan is at the very southern point of China, Haikou, Hainan province, and then to Nanning, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, which is 1,900 kilometers away from Beijing, and then to Taiyuan, Shanxi province here, 500 kilometers away from Beijing, then to Shijiazhuang, Hebei province here, 300 kilometers away from Beijing, then to Shenyang, Liaoning province, which is 600 kilometers to the north, and then Baotou, in Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, 550 kilometers away from Beijing in the north, to the north, and then finally to Beijing. So if you consider the north and south, so actually she has traveled almost 3,000 kilometers. So this is how Dr. Deming Li spent her Chinese Spring Festival. So what I'm going to see is Professor Deming Li and Mr. Liu Xiaobo traveled to 7 cities, covering over 3,000 kilometers during the Chinese New Year holiday. From north to south, their journey demonstrated strong leadership. With such guidance at the helm of Greenwood, we are confident that 2025 will be a more productive and prosperous year. So now I'm going to close my presentation and invite you to watch the videos about Dr. Deming Li's journey during the Spring Festival. This is in Haikou, Hainan Province. This is on the 6 days to Nanning, Guangxi Autonomous Province. The 7th day in Taiyuan, Shanxi Province.
问他们能不能给大家做放心的产品、放心的食品。我听到他们说这个产品有效，其实我心里挺高兴的。其实出去上海啊，也就是想了解了解是吧？对，除了喝盐分以外，还要控制肌肉的流水，这个很重要。人生很短，我们希望他们不但能够得到发展、挣到钱，在我们公司一定要愉快。
The 8th day of the Chinese New Year in Shijiazhuang, Hebei Province. The 9th day in Shenyang, Liaoning Province.
30年海外做的挺好，我们有这么一个基础，我们为什么不把中国区做好？而且7年下来呢，一个人了解市场也是想表示，我会全力支持这个大家能把市场。这是一份沉甸甸的信任，怎么去对得起大家？我们虽然30年发展了60多个国家，但是它这个民族不一样，文化不一样，而且它是人的基因也不一样，它的生活习惯不一样。所以我们的产品是可能对非洲人非常有用的，那么对这个拉美就可能有差别，对中国很有差别。
The 10th day in Bato, Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. So this is the whole roasted lamb. The 11th day in Beijing.
在国际上能做好的话，实际上就是总结是2点，一点就是产品的质量，所以产品会说话是从海外慢慢传回了国内。第2条就是我们公司一直秉承着以人为本，诚信通天，就是说一定是讲信誉。
So during the Spring Festival, Greenwood never forget about those people in need, because we know that in China, still there are many people who are living under the poverty line. So Dr. Deming and Mr. Liu Xiaobo, they also visit one of the actually it is an organization which host those people, old people, and also children who are in need in Baima town in Jiangsu province. So I'm going to invite you to watch a video about their visit to those people in need and send the care and love about Greenwood to them. So this shows that Greenwood actually is paying back to the society and care for those people in need. So let me share this video with you. Okay, to close today's presentation, I'm going to, because at the very beginning when I talk about the 3 awards, going to Mr. David L. John, to the 4 general managers and the general manager of Madagascar, some of our audience were not present, was not there. So I'm going to invite you to watch one of the video showing about this. All right, so thank you so much for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, all the achievement is the joint effort by the management of Greenworld and of leaders and distributors. So after celebrating this, their success, very soon we're going to celebrate the success of distributors at the international trip in Dubai. So once again, we thank you so much. And we hope that after introducing what happens in Greenwood, you know more about the company you are partnering you are partnering with. So, Mr. Budiman, can you please tell us something about your training in Kenya? Because this going to also make of distributors know more about what we are doing to of distributors.
Yes, all right, Madam Rainey, thank you so much for your wonderful trainings. And wow, wow, they have been doing very well, especially when we check on the videos, the activities of our president, Professor Dr. Deming. Though we knows the Spring Festival is actually the holiday for our Chinese people, but she was so busy just trying to visit our distributors all over in China. So we're really proud to have a founder and president like Dr. Deming. Yes, I would like to share a bit about what I've been doing in the last, I think it's almost 1 week. It's almost 1 week. So from Nairobi, after I arrived from Lagos to Kenya, we start the journey of training to the Western region in Kenya. To the Western region in Kenya, which is starting from uh, many places. I hardly even forget the place. Just give me a moment. Let me check one by one. Uh, like today we just conclude a training in Ndori. So first we go to Migori. So it's more likely the western region of Kenya is likely on the side of the Lake Victoria. We know that Victoria Lake is the biggest lake in Africa and the second biggest lake in the world. Yes, because even this Victoria Lake conclude with three countries, including Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. And the first session of training this week, I went to western region of Kenya, which is Migori, and then Homa Bay. From Homa Bay, then the next day Kisumu, and then Siaya. And today we are just conclude in Andori. And tomorrow we are going to Bungoma. From Bungoma, later we will go back on the way to Nairobi, but we take a visit in Kericho, also for another training, and then also to Nakuru. So what I have been sharing in Kenya is actually uh, the two major things that all the distributors should understand about green world. Because when we talk about green world, we always talk about two things. Number one is about health, and number two is about wealth. So about health, I try to bring out the concept of green world products, which is from nature, beyond nature, and then back to nature. And then try to simplify because we know we have so many green world products, like almost 70 different kind of products of green world in for African region. And for the new distributor, for the 3-star, 4-star, sometimes for them, it's a bit difficult to remember one by one, not only the benefit, even the names of the product. So then I will try to simplify by categorize the products. Basically, we can categorize the product into three different categories. The first is cleansing, the second is natural supplementation, and the third one is functional. And then I also share about the packages, like starting from detox package, nutrition package, a female care package, male care package, digestive care package. So each and every package, which is, I try to explain what are the challenges, like for digestive system, what are the challenges in the digestive system, and then which products that can help to handle, to settle all these challenges. Uh, so in that case, all our new distributor, they can easily now understand about their products and about how they will start to share to their customer, to their society. Well, the most important thing is, I always mention that we are not selling products. Greenworld, yes, we have tremendous health products, but we don't sell products. What we offer is the solution to the health challenges. Because nowadays we know so many different kind of disease, not only in Kenya, actually. When I was in Zambia, I was also do the same thing. So by explaining, by directing all the distributors about the concept of the Greenworld products, it will make them easier and faster to understand about the products and how our products, Greenworld products, can give the solution to any health challenges. And then within one day, average, I talk around 4 to 5 hours. So in this 4 to 5 hours, I divide into two sessions. The first is for the products, and the second is for the business. Now about the business, first of all, I introduce the business opportunity. I mean, like the compensation plan. So not everyone that joining the training, not everyone fully understand about the compensation plan. I try to highlight the compensation plan in a very simple way so everyone can get motivated on what they are going to get by doing green work business. And then the second thing, after I highlight the compensation plan, I try to open people's mindset. Try to open people's mindset by explaining about, sorry, excuse me. So I try to explain to all the participants of the training that mm, doing green work business, it is not so difficult. Doing green work business basically is very easy. Sometimes it is us that make it complicated. It is ourselves that make it difficult. So basically, doing green work, we only do two activities. Number one, either you are selling the products or you are recruiting new people. So this is the basic thing. Either you're selling the products or you're recruiting new people. And then I try to explain on how to sell the products. And then what is the importance of recruiting. Now, I also try to highlight sometimes most of our distributors, they just get confused between which one I should do first. Is it about selling the products or is it about recruiting new people? Well, I just give a highlight that if we can sell 10 products in one day, uh, that means we will get what we call retail profit. Am I right? Because we are selling the products in in retail price. So we try to calculate how much retail profit. For example, you can sell 10 products in one day. And then let's say 10 products, the value is like 250 BB. From this 250 BB of you selling the products, how much retail profit that you can get. Now, I start to highlight the problems. To sell 10 products in one day, how many people you have to talk to? Am I right? So when you focus on selling, for example, kuding tea, that means you have to talk more than 10 people to sell your 10 kuding tea. Am I right? And it will take the whole day. You keep repeating the sales process, try to convince people about the efficacy of our greenwood kuding tea. At the end of the day, what we expect is not just like what we will get. Sometimes people just buy one box of pudding tea. And yes, we get the retail profit, but the amount is too small. Compare if we use one day, not even one day, like if we can just use 2 to 3 hours, try to prospect, try to give presentation to somebody, maybe to the neighbor, maybe to the family, to the cousin, to the friends. Just try to give the presentation about the companies of Greenworld, about the products of Greenworld, about the business opportunity of Greenworld. So at the end of the day, we expect that this person can come and join Greenworld as a distributor, and we can encourage them to buy the products up to 250 BV by joining as a 3-star. So by spending your effort, your energy, your time, 2 to 3 hours in a day, try to recruit somebody. at the end of the day, you can get one new 3-star. If you are a 3-star consultant, you can recruit one 3-star consultant. That means in one day, at least you can get bonus like 66.8 BV. Depends on each country. Like in Kenya, we calculate 66.8 BV is around 7,000 Kenyan shillings. Compared rather than you are selling 10 products in one day, the maximum profit that you can get is 200, for example, the same amount, 250 BV times the retail profit is the retail profit is 20%. That means in one day by selling 10 products, you will only get retail profit likely 50 BV, around 50 BV. 50 BV times the rate in Kenya is around like 5,000 Kenyan shillings. To get 5,000 Kenyan shilling by selling the products, you will need to talk to so many people. But if you focus yourself, try to recruit somebody. You spend 2 to 3 hours you spend 2 to 3 hours, try to recruit somebody to join as a 3-star, and then what will happen is, at the end of the day, you get one new downline. You get one new downline, which is later we can train this downline and we can tell them start to recruit more people. That means we are start growing our network. This is the highlight I've been giving during my trainings in these few cities, and it will be continued to more cities in Kenya. Well, basically, the aim is about to open the eyes of the distributors that don't only focus in selling products. Try also to build the network. Try to also to recruit new people, because basically Green World, we are focused, we are doing network marketing company. That means we have to build the network. So in this case, uh, when you start to become a business builder, when you start to build your network by recruiting more people, and then later you teach the people that you have recruited to recruit more people, what will happen is you will start to increase your rank. From 3-star, you'll become 4-star. From 4-star, you'll become 5-star. And until before 6 months, you already qualified for your international trip. Rather than you focus on selling the products, sometimes you will spend so many times, so long times, but at the end of the day, you expect you can also fly to China, you can also fly to Dubai, you want to join the international trip, but you are not qualified. So we have to have the balance between selling the products and also recruiting. And also during this process, you need to train your people. You need to train your downline because you cannot work by yourself. You can recruit, but the most important thing is you have to teach your downline. You have to teach your people to recruit. So when everyone's recruit, the growth of the network will be so good. So by sharing all this information and basic knowledge about the products and also business, how to grow the business, I really wish that uh, all the distributors, especially the newcomers, the 2-star, the 3-star, the 4-star, the 5-star, they will start to grow their network. So in that case, though we already have like 3 million active distributors in Africa, but we want more. We want more because this is the basic thing on how you get success in doing Greenworld network marketing. So this is for Kenya. I also wish maybe in the future I can come to other country and provide this kind of training to our leaders and to our distributors. And later at the end of the month, no, next month, March, like middle of March, we are going to have this leaders camp training. So this leaders camp training, we will have our top leaders, at least from the star 7-star, 8-star and above. We are going to have leadership training, team building trainings. We are going to play games, so many things. So it's going to be something that the final process of this whole training, we can uplifted the performance of the Kenya uh, branch office, Kenya branch office. So everyone, we can see more people will achieve the trip, more people will get their car, and more people in Greenwald, they can get their dreams come true because of Greenwald. So that's all. And maybe after Kenya, there's another plan, Madam Rainey, that Mr. William told me that maybe we will go to Burundi because Burundi is the neighbor country of Kenya. Because in Burundi, we have shops there, we have some leaders, and they are doing achievement in Kenya, but they never get any trainings. So Mr. William asked me if after Kenya we can fly to Burundi and let's say stay for a few days, try to give them trainings so then later they can grow very well in Burundi. So this is what I've been doing all these days, and hopefully I can also come to your country, wherever you are in Africa, and because we want to grow together, because we want to achieve the success together in Greenville. Thank you, Madam.
Very well. Thank you so much, Mr. Budiman. We hope that more countries and more distributors can benefit from your professional training. They learn how to do the business and how to help people. So thank you so much for the day. Please follow us. We will introduce more and more excellent presentations and trainings in the Friday Zoom meeting. So next time, we are going to invite some new presenters to present the topics about the youth-related health concerns. And also, we're going to invite more presenters and trainers to share about how they achieve success in doing the Greenwald's business. And by the way, from the next month on, we are going to designate one Friday Zoom meeting, particularly for French-speaking distributors and Portuguese-speaking distributors. So the first presentation will be about the Greenwald company. So ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to our Zoom meeting. Even we have introduced serious trainings for the French speaking and Portuguese speaking countries. So thank you very much. We're going to see you next Friday.
All right. Thank you, Madam Rainey. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining our Zoom. Hopefully, you can learn something for today, especially how our president, Professor Dr. Deming, really spent her holiday. I'm not saying Dr. Deming having her holiday. Okay, she's very, very busy. So hopefully later in May, we can come to Dubai and also we can meet Dr. Deming in Dubai. So work hard. See you in Dubai. We can unmute ourselves and say thank you and bye-bye to Madam Rainey. Thank you.
Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Madam Rainey,
Thank you,
bye-bye
Madam
for
Rainey.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye
Thank you.
again.
Thank
Thank you.
Madam
See
Rainey.
you next
Bye.
Good night.
meeting.
Good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
Mr.
Mr.
Budiman.
Riktawa.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Greenwood distributors,
Bye.
bye-bye for
Bye.
now.